Hi, my name is Sunday. In this video, I'll be talking about EU approved 3 years special protection permit for refugees from Ukraine. So this is what has not happened before in the history of the European Union. So unanimously, they have agreed to give what is called automatic special protection permit up to 3 years, 3 years of stay in any European country for refugees that are coming out of Ukraine. First and foremost, it goes to the Ukrainians and as well to other nationalities that are also coming out from Ukraine as well. So this is what they have come together to agree on. And this special protection, up to 3 years special protection, those people that will be getting it, they can use it to work in any European country. They can use it for schooling. They can also use it for other things as well, to get hospital cards, to aid and other things, and also for house residence as well, and many other things. They can also, in the later on, convert it to other type of resident permits. They can also bring their family members as well. So this is what European Union has done, what has not happened before. They call it automatic special protection. There are other people who have maybe seeking for asylum. They have been requesting for it for years. They have not seen it. But this one is going to be automatic within the process of time. It will not even take long. As those people are coming in, they'll be giving it to them special. They call it special, automatic special protection. So that is it. So this is what they have done. And this special protection is not majorly for all refugees that are just coming out, but number one, is majorly for those Ukrainians. Then two, whoever that are also coming out from there, but not all refugees that are just coming out from there. So in this video, I'll be telling you who can apply for it and who can't apply for it as well, and what else you need to do. But first, I would love you to give this video a thumb up by clicking the like button. And as well, for those that are not following me on Facebook page or that are not subscribed to Sonero TV, please do subscribe and also follow me as well. When you do, make sure you click the notification bell so whenever I upload any new videos information, you will know. Now let's get started. But do you know that in Romans chapter 12 verse 18, the Bible says, if it be possible, as much as light in you, live peaceably with all men. So the Bible is admonishing you and I. Let's live peaceably with one another. If we live peaceably with one another, there will be no crisis, there will be no chaos, just like what is happening now in Ukraine. As much as light in you, with your brother, with whoever closer to you, let's live in peace and in harmony. And at the end, everything will be okay. We'll not be running from one place to the other. Think about it. Now let's get into what we are talking about. Automatic special protection resident permit. It says the EU launches temporary protection for refugees, also valid for non-Ukrainians. So previously, at first, they were thinking only Ukrainians. They just want to give it only Ukraine. That's the reason maybe they were stopping many people at the border, those foreigners, other foreigners. But Austria was the one insisting on it, that they should also extend it to non-Ukrainians as well. So it says, the EU has passed the directive for the temporary protection of refugees from Ukraine. Commission's proposal, this is proposal which provided for exceptional protection for all residents, exceptional protection for all residents, Ukrainians or non-Ukrainians. Now, another thing was this: when they came up with it, they were also trying to give it out to whoever, whether the person is a Ukrainian or not, whether the person has long residence in that place or not, whether the person is asylum seeker, even in Ukraine or not. Whoever that come from Ukraine, they wanted to give this special protection to all of them. But do you know what happened? This is it. In the end, the proposal was amended. The proposal was to give it to anyone, whether the person is a student or not, whether the person has visa or not, whether the person came with visa or not, whether the person has document or resident permit in Ukraine or not. That was the first proposal. to give it to everyone that will come out from Ukraine. But they amended it. Maybe a person like Savini was also among it, also cut some kind of things come out. They amended it for non-Ukrainian citizens with long-term resident permits. Only those ones that have long-term resident permits. So meaning it's not for all refugees that will be coming out from Ukraine. Although they will open border for everyone to come in. But only those ones that will have access to this resident permit we are talking about will be number one, Ukrainians and other people that are non-Ukrainians, foreigners, those people that have long-term resident permit in Ukraine. Just like the Qatar sojourner we have here. That's what they're talking about. The host state will be able to choose between European temporary protection or the national asylum regime. The country where the person will be to apply for this thing. So that country will be the one to decide either to give them European temporary permit or their home personal asylum permit. And in the latter case, the procedures for those who fled Ukraine will certainly be longer, but they risk having a more uncertain outcome. Now they are talking about those ones that will not be admitted into that protection. Those ones, for instance, they don't have long-term resident permits. They will just be in one country or the other, in Italy, in France, in Germany, in Austria, in wherever they find themselves. So this type of resident permits will be uncertain for them. So it will not be available for them. So that is what they are talking about. Now listen to this. Says, non-Ukrainian citizen. For non-Ukrainian citizens with long-term resident permit, the host state will be able to choose between European temporary permit or the national asylum regime. That's what they have stated. Now listen, it says, for non-Ukrainian citizens in Kiev or in Ukraine, who were in any case refugees themselves, and with temporary resident permits or with residence permit for work or study reason, the latter will be repatriated to their countries of origin unless there is a war or humanitarian catastrophe there too. So that is what they are saying. Now, only the foreigners, only non-Ukrainians that have long-term resident permits will be the ones that they are going to admit, will be the ones that they are going to grant this special protection residence permit. While others, they said others will be repatriated back. That's what they are stated. So if you have found yourself in Italy, you have found yourself in Poland, you have found yourself in anywhere you came from Ukraine, what they are saying is that if you don't have long-term resident permit of Ukraine, you have to be careful. You are going to be repatriated back. That is what they are stated. They are not going to grant it to you, except you claim asylum maybe just like just like that. But if you claim asylum based on that Ukraine crisis, according to what they have stated, you will not be admitted, even though you be asylum seeker before in Ukraine. There are some people that are also seeking for asylum there in Ukraine as well, not only in Europe, in Italy. Even Niger, people they seek for asylum. Cameroon, people they seek for, even Nigeria, people even they seek for asylum. So that is it. So people that are also seeking for asylum there, asylum seekers in Ukraine, that will later see through this crisis, enter Italy or enter any European country, what they are saying that they will not even say admit them. They will have to go back to their country, except the country where they came from. There's also something happening there. There are things that will make them not to go back. So if there's a proof that wherever you came from, there's something happening there that you can't go back. So then possibly they will also grant you one asylum process or the other, one asylum document or the other. The reason why they are saying that is because many countries, they have provided means for their people to go back. E.g., this is it, Nigeria. Nigeria provided a means for their people to also go back. So if you are a Nigerian, you don't fall into that category. You are not a Ukrainian citizen or you are not having that long-term resident permit. So according to the Nigerian government, they said all Nigerians that are there schooling or doing one thing or the other, government provided flight for them to go back. Ghanaians, they also provided flight for them to go back. Different nationality, Indian citizens, different people. Their government have provided a means for them to go back. So that is what they are saying. If your government, because they are reading, they also saw it on news that your government provided a means. If they know that your government provided a means for you to go back and you are here, you want to stick around to seek for asylum in one way or the other because you came from Ukraine, they will not accept it. So you have to know on the basis of what you want to do. So that is it. So to those ones out there who have found themselves in one country or the other, in EU, in European country, only those ones that are going to give this permit are those people, number one, Ukrainians, and also those ones that have long-term resident permits in Ukraine. Those ones that are out there in Ukraine or that were there for studies or for one thing or the other, they say they're not going to admit or grant you this resident permit. Those people need to be repatriated, except something is happening back in your country that will make you not to go back home. So you think about it and know how you need to go about it. So this is it. 3 years automatic special protection permit for refugees from Ukraine. But there are some people here that have been looking for asylum, seeking for asylum for many years. Automatic resident permit did not come to them. Well, we don't know what's happened. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.